So recently I flew to Phoenix for 3 days and skated and trained with number 13 ranked Bantamweight Marcus McGhee. It was a really fun trip. I showed up and immediately we went to the skate park for a couple hours. After that, I went and checked into my hotel and then we trained. So I was exhausted by the end of the day, but it was a fun trip. And I think this is going to have to be 3 parts, a part for each day that I was there. Come along with me. Yo, we here with the man himself, Marcus. What up, man? Thank you for grabbing me from the airport, man. Let's talk about like you tattooing and you fighting, like how you kind of made the transition.
Yeah, so one of my boys at the time, he's a skater too, and he was tattooing and he was doing tattoos on me, and I was like, man, I was really into, you know, Wiz Khalifa. I just dropped that, ink my whole body, I don't give a mother.
I remember that.
And I was like, man, tattoos, and I just got this koi fish from him, and I was like, bet. And I started apprenticing under him. Long story short, we had moved in together. 5 years later, I had been tattooing and going through that. And we'd skateboard all the time. So basically, it was all about working a job, skateboarding, and tattooing, essentially. And I was still fighting at this time, too. I started training toward the end of my tattooing, probably the last 2.5, 3 years that I was tattooing still. Because like 2 years that I was out from fighting, that's what I was doing, just tattooing and trying to build myself up and get a job and get ready to take care of my kids like I was supposed to, because that was a whole crazy situation. So
tattooing is a wild life.
Tattoo is super wild, you know, girls, drugs, freaking partying constantly. That's all it was, you know, that's all we did. and you know, good times, but I wouldn't go back for sure.
It takes some resilience to be a skater. It grinds you down. But fighting, what I've seen from the dudes that I've been around, how you guys train twice a day.
But I think it's a different type of build-up too, you know, like, and this different type of training, a lot of the conditioning, a lot of muscular stuff too. So our frame is taking a lot of damage, which is a little different from skateboarding. Skateboarding is more of a consistent and constant thing, you know, which I think that kind of builds up cardio conditioning. I just think it's a little different as far as like the energy systems that you use. MMA is just so impactful.
Like if I get tagged, I'm sure I'm showing it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So how does that develop? Talk about how that developed.
It's kind of similar to skateboarding too, like, you know, how do you get used to not being afraid of falling? Fall, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you know, it's almost like that. It's like me and my buddies, we can go at a pace that's high, and we could be really tagging each other, but we can go at such a rate that like we're taking care of each other, where we're really getting hit still, and we're still taking these shots and still feeling them, but they're so controlled that we can learn to build that composure in the midst of them, right?
Do you develop that for fighting, where when you get tagged once, you're like, oh, now we're in a fight, and your brain turns on?
Yeah, and that's something that everyone has to work on too, because your brain can turn on too much at that point.
Yeah,
you know?
like just like with skating.
And then you have tells. You'll start showing people like, oh, we're fighting now, and now you're showing them. Now they know that you're coming for them, you know, opposed to keeping your composure. Even if you have those feelings, everything is about managing all those feelings, you know what I'm saying? And then directing them, directing that emotion, directing that feeling at the right time, you know? So yes, very much, you know, you kind of get that dopamine hit, but with that dopamine hit, you have to direct it, because if you direct it and you show this guy that now you're ready to fight, he knows now you're ready to fight, you know, and he can make an adjustment to you and be ready for you, either to take you down, to counter you, to make you miss. Maybe he just decides to completely disengage completely because he knows now you want to fight.
This dude is one of the coolest people that I ever met, so I'm happy that he let me do this. I'm glad to go skate with him.
So sick, man. I appreciate it, yo. I got a deck. Let's go.
Size.
Yep, right size, 8'3". Let's go, baby. Super sick.
First go. You got that?
I want to thank you for watching this video this far. The interview portions have been cut down significantly. I just didn't want to make the video 30 minutes, especially since there's already going to be 3 parts. If you want to see the full interviews, I'm going to be posting them on Patreon. You can also take part in our monthly Q&As there, and you can do things like one-on-one video lessons with me. Also, subscribe to the Collage Skateboards YouTube channel where my video part's up and the full video will be dropping soon. And check out www.collagesskateboards.com to pick up a deck from me. If you're interested in booking one-on-one lessons with me and lessons over video, you can also check out boardcontrolacademy.com. Thank you for watching. Let's get back to the video. I was exhausted after flying in and immediately skating, but I checked into my hotel and then Marcus took me to the MMA lab where he trains with people like Jared Cannonier and Sean O'Malley. When we showed up, there was an open mat happening and someone offered me to roll. I was able to get a rear naked choke and I had an armbar sunk in, but the time was up. Marcus rolled with a guy who was like 80 pounds heavier than him and did his work. I wish I wasn't so tired, but I know that everything that I learned from Marcus, I'm going to be able to take in my training and sparring in the future. So I'm grateful for this experience.
If you look around all the walls here, every one of these posters represents a guy that we had fight in each one of these organizations. Well, all in the UFC, but on that card, someone fought. Matter of fact, I fought in this one.
I was watching.
Yeah, so
yeah,
pretty dope, pretty dope.
This is a trip. These are all recent fights.
Yeah, a lot of history here.
Jared Cannonier, he trains here. Y'all got headliners, everything. This is crazy.
Mario Bautista, Tyler Phillips.
This is dope.
Because everyone thinks like, oh, maybe a little bit of work and I'll be where I need to be. A lot of work, years and years of work, you know? But that's okay. Like, you get to work. Be thankful, be grateful, get to work.
That's the thing. Being healthy, being able to come and train. Right now, being able to come train here with you, like, this is insane. This is a blessing. It's a blessing. Man. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm super glad you came down, bro. 1, 2, take a moment. Oh. Yeah, it's all right. See how that was a little rush, so whenever I take it out. Boom, boom. Oh, I hit him with it. Boom, he's backing up. Hey, it's yeah. Start backing up here. Boom, boom. Wow. Yes, sir. This. That's what we want to make. See, with the kick, even out the hands, just a little. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. Nice. After 2-3-2. Right at it, just right. Yep, you have to gauge it. There you go. You see how you're closing that distance a little bit too much? Right. Boom, boom. Make sure at the end of your punch, even when you're stepping with that one, I want to step in right where it's like, oh, there's my kick. Right. There's my kick. Boom. Right. Overload. Overload. Right at the range you need to be. Nice. Ready, yes, sir.
Now, what's some breathing advice?
So I feel like we should always be breathing in through our nose and out through our mouth, right? And every time we're landing a strike, we should be exhaling. Every time. Okay. Every time. It's as much as possible. As much as possible. Right? We should be exhaling. But not exhaling like, whoo! Or even like a, hey-ya! It doesn't have to be big. But we should be in there like, it could be whatever sound you want it to be. Just a, and then breathing into the nose is really important though. Because a lot of times when we do that out the mouth, when we're doing that, we breathe back in the mouth. So we gotta be breathing into the nose, but when we're breathing exhale, we're exhaling through the mouth. Okay. Yep, and then your deep breaths come into your nose. And find those breaths in those moments where we aren't striking. You know what I'm saying? But we're still in the midst of it, right? I'm like, boom, 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 boom! Finding those moments in between the strikes to really gauge your breath. Yeah, so that's your range though, right? And then right to it, right to it. You're running me over. Yeah. I like that. I like that though. Whack, right? That's fine. We're still throwing that lead kick. Hey, step. You see how tight those hooks are? Yeah. We're going to get him. Or how tight those shots are? Yeah. You're throwing him right here like he's coming to get you. Oh, I just do a hard kick.
Yeah, oh yeah, I kept it back.
You're pushing him back, right? You're boom, boom. You're throwing a hard kick. If he's staying there, we're gonna have to take a step back to throw that, right? Okay. Especially if we step through and we land it here, and he stays there. Now that you know the option. But we're like boom, boom. We're running him over with this. He's moving back. We're coming and kicking him. You guys come kick me, finish your range.
I gotta watch my range.
Yes, sir. There, that's our range. Yes, sir.
Oh, that's much better with the breathing out too. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Anticipate on our breathing. We're still breathing anyways. If we have to adjust, we adjust. But our breathing stays. Our breathing's gonna stay. We're still focusing like the whole time. Like, oh shit, that was too sooner. That was sooner. Alright, bet. I'm still breathing now. Now go. Yes, sir.
Can you go through it slow one more time?
I think I'm holding a little weird. I'll take it. One more, let's get it right. Let's get it right. One more. Hey! Something that helped me a lot to be able to throw my straight shots is be against a wall and be bladed just like one of my regular stance. And throw that right hand alongside the wall and turn those knuckles down. And bring it back alongside the wall, right? So now that we're doing that, really hard for us to bring that elbow up. If we bring that elbow up, it takes us off balance, right? So that elbow has to stay in and stay tucked. Stay in and stay tucked. What happens is this leg turns over, my shoulders turn, and I'm throwing it straight down the pipe and turning it down. So glued but loose.
Glued but loose, okay.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, right? Because if we tighten it up, it's going to shorten our right hand. We still got to let that right hand pop. Yes, there we go. So if anything does come, we're ready to defend with that other hand. Yep. Nice. Nice. Oh, nice, man. Thank you. Absolutely. Absolutely, man.